Instagram and then pulling up YouTube, and we're live on both places. Okay, so why is going deeper better for you? I'm so excited you're here today. We are celebrating our birthday in 2 days, 10 years of Think Time being in the world, and I could not be more proud of my baby. I'm so excited. Okay, so we've already discussed most planning reaches just the surface, not only in the figurative sense of just changing external structure, but also in the neuroscience sense of not going very deep into those deeper parts of the brain that really move us into new identities and new ways of being, all told. And so, why we plan at Think Time going deeper, I'm letting people come on in. You guys let me know where you're coming from as you join. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so glad to see you. Come on in, tell me where you're coming from. And we're going to wait just a minute as people come on in. And then we're going to talk about why planning deeper is better for you and for the ADHD brain. Okay. All right. So today I want to talk about why real change doesn't happen at just the surface level and why most planning never reaches the parts of us that actually makes the decisions for our lives. So if you've ever said, I know what to do, I just don't do it, this conversation is for you, because we don't change our lives by deciding once. We change our lives by reminding ourselves over and over who we're becoming. Part of this is done consciously, and part of this is by painting such a clear picture on our subconscious that, or other than conscious, that your brain can't help but work on it in the background. So, why does surface planning fail for you? So, 95% of decisions are from parts of your brain that are other than conscious. Most planning talks to about 5% of your brain, the part that likes goals and lists and good intentions, but 95% of your decision making is happening beneath the surface. In your habits, these automated things you do every day, you likely grab your brush with the same hand every day. Switch it up. Your emotional memory, your identity, that I am part of you, and these patterns that run automatically. We love these patterns. This is how we know how to eat and drive and do all the things that we do without overwhelming ourselves. It's such a gift to have patterns. However, when those patterns are no longer serving the purposes that we intend, this is when we need to go deeper. So when you plan only at the surface, you're asking 5% of your brain to override that 95%. And that can be why change is so rare and so difficult, and why so few people are able to achieve it. But what if we targeted it differently? Because what I'm saying is, this is not a motivation problem. This is not an intention problem. This is not a cognitive belief problem. This is a depth problem. The thing I want you to know is that the way that you have lived in the past is the clearest path forward for your brain to live into the future. Let me say that again. The way you've lived in the past is the clearest path forward to how you will live in the future. And so when the past is very, very clear, your brain knows exactly how to move toward it. And I always say that whether it's important or unimportant, what is clear is what gets your attention and where your body and mind move. So your brain is efficient. Familiarity equals safety for the brain. Your brain is efficient. It repeats what is familiar, even if what is familiar isn't what you know you want. The same emotional reactions, the same ways of moving through the day. And then we secretly hope that this is the year things change. Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. So let's talk about what real change actually requires. Practicing new ways of thinking, feeling, and being. The head, the heart, and the hands. Thinking, feeling, and being or doing. Okay. So to create something new, we don't just need new goals, we need completely new experiences. And your brain changes when you repeatedly think differently, feel differently, and act differently. So think time does go beyond just thinking. We move into the feelings and it moves into our actions. So, this is what I mean by reminding yourself. You're reminding yourself, your brain, your body, to who you are becoming. And your change happens when your inner world and your outer world begin to match. So, this is why we start with what if there were no obstacles? What is it that you really want? And we really get clear on the ideal. And then we match it to the real and we try to get these two to be as close together as possible. This is when your inner world and your outer world begin to come together. So, why think time goes deeper? This is identity level planning for the ADHD brain. And we know that all of the most effective and lasting change happens on the level of identity. We don't just ask, what do you need to do? We ask, who are you practicing being? What emotional state are you rehearsing? What future are you unintentionally training your brain for? This is why we use imagination, visualization, drawing, reflection, and short, intentional pockets of time. You're not supposed to focus for forever, but we'll gather your focus, really zero in on this identity, becoming, feeling piece of you using your imagination and other skills I teach you in these short intentional pockets of time. I've heard, Christine, I don't know how you pack so much in short bursts, but I do. I pack it in, but they change you and you end up having an alternate to the past. So the past is already clear, and what we want to show your brain is there's another road. So yes, this highway, this neural superhighway is going straight the way we've always gone, but look, this path, we can wear it down with a lot of our thinking, practicing again and again and again, envisioning and using our imagination. So the ADHD brain is not going to change through pressure and force and discipline and drive and just making it work. It changes through experience. And when you feel something and experience something as present, when you visualize, when you draw your dreams, your brain is processing these things as the present moment. Then it gets encoded as the past, and then a new past to look back on, to have clarity on, to move forward. So that's how the change begins to occur. Most people don't change unless there's a crisis. Too much pain, the pain is greater than the cost of staying the same. And I want to tell you, you don't have to wait for a crisis. At Think Time, we are in the business of proactive change. You don't have to wait till you crash, till you reach rock bottom, till you have this moment where everything falls apart. You don't have to wait for that. You can proactively create these changes in your life beginning today. Most people wait until a crisis to change, burnout, a breaking point, a wake up call, but you don't have to wait. You already know there's more available for your days. And you know, if you know, more clarity, more ease, more intention, you know, if you're not living that, you can choose to go deeper now. So this is really fun. We are celebrating our 10th birthday, and I have a free trial of our membership as a birthday present for you. Um, so when you come to this point of change, a lot of times the hardest part is just finding the time to devote to this level of change. Even if there's a clear path, how do you set aside time in a busy life to make that intentional change? And I would say the answer is we've got that covered. We have a space and a place for you to come 1 hour a week, 2 hours a month, 4 hours a quarter, and then we'll do a full 8 hour day once a year where we focus together and guide you through the proven path of high performers and how is change possible. We borrow the thinking strategies of the highest performers and make our decisions in that context. And so the hardest part of all is usually finding time, and we've got that covered for you. So Think Time is designed to fit into real life, not ideal schedules. We all know how to make an appointment and show up, and that's really all you have to do to get started. You just make an appointment, show up, and we guide you through the rest. So this week is special. We're turning 10. There are 2 days left, and to celebrate, I'm offering a free trial of the membership to anyone who joins as we celebrate our birthday. And so we're opening up the membership for the first week of the year. So from now until the 8th, you can have a free trial of the membership for 1 month. And if you're ready to stop repeating patterns, start practicing who you're becoming, this is your moment. And I want you to do this. So if you're interested, go ahead and DM me or comment. I'm trying to think of how to. Let me see. I have the link over here for the free trial, and I'm going to send it to both places. Let me put it in YouTube in the comments. I think I can do a chat here, pasting it in the chat in YouTube, and then I can send it over here to Instagram. I can do this. There we go. Let's go ahead and make sure I have that copied over. Let me see. I think I did it. Yes, I've got it right here. Here's a link for the free trial. Copy. And I'm all by my lonesome, so thanks for your patience. Putting it in the comments. That's the wrong code. That's for a planner, if you'd like to buy a planner. Let me go ahead and I did the wrong code. Sorry. I can do this. I'm all by my lonesome. I see it there. Where is my link? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, here it comes. Here's the link to join with a free month, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so you can see the place to buy a planner if you'd like to, and then you can get a free month at membership.